This is Justin Brown with PSU TV, and I'm here with Will Lawburns. He's a coordinator as part of the Clean Air Corridor. Tell us what's going on today. What are you doing out here?
So we decided to have a litter campaign focused on picking up the cigarette butts around campus, and it was pretty amazing. We got about 10 people out, and we just broke up into different groups and focused on the areas between the buildings, since that's the biggest problem area, and then some of the park blocks. This is just from one group. We've actually filled up about 4 of these for all of us, and that's an hour and a half worth of work. The Clean Air Corridor is the space between, it runs from Lincoln Hall all the way up to Shattuck Hall, in between the buildings, and it's pretty much considered PSU's core academic area. It's going to be a smoke-free area where tobacco products are going to be banned. We're switching all the gas-powered utility equipment to electric-powered stuff, so cutting down on the carbon emissions there. The John Deere, which is going to be switching to electric also. All the delivery service vehicles that are coming in, we're writing into the contracts that there's no idling vehicles into the contracts if they're delivering to PSU. That's part of their obligation. The idea first came from assessing PSU's current smoking policy, which is 25 feet from any doorway or window or air intake vent, which is basically the Clean Air Corridor as it exists. It's an enforcement of the policy that already exists, but we didn't want to just focus on one aspect of health. We wanted to make it all-encompassing and focus on the other things that are contributing to our poor air quality in the same area. I mean, part of it's the tobacco prevention, but people are complaining that they don't have an area to go between the buildings and not be surrounded by tobacco smoke, so we're just trying to clean up that area.
But I do understand people smoking next to the doors. That's unacceptable. I mean, it's against law. People sitting on the benches that are marked no smoking and smoking, that's irresponsible. But I'm in the smoking section, so as long as I follow the rules, I don't think that it should be a big deal. Are they going to change the vehicles out to be electric? I mean, that's a cost that I'm wondering where we're getting the money for that. Is my tuition dollars going to replace equipment that's not broken? I mean, if we replace the equipment as it breaks, that's really cool. Moving the smoking section, sure. We're used to getting kicked around.
And we did interviews and surveys, and we talked one-on-one with the students, and a lot of the students, some of them were really excited, you know, they had just come from PCC and they loved the smoke-free environment, and others said, you know, people are still going to smoke and they're just going to hide,
yeah,
and because we don't have the receptacles for them to put the cigarette, they're just going to throw them on the floor and it's going to be a mess. If we just create more awareness to the people, and it's not about, you know, getting everybody to quit, it's about having everybody respect our environment and where we study and where our children walk.
It is part of the Healthy Campus Initiative, and as a university, I think it fits in with our image of sustainability and our devotion to public health. And if you look at all the other universities in the state of Oregon, University of Oregon, Oregon State, Willamette University, PCC, the list goes on. I think nationwide it's somewhere around 800 universities are smoke-free now. We're kind of falling behind on the times, and we want to keep up with that. And January 1st is when the Clean Air Corridor is going to be launched and fully implemented. The education phase, the litter campaign phase, and then full implementation in January. That's the progress that we're making so far.